Alright. Anyways, today's date is 8/8/2024. Time is roughly about 2:01 in the morning. Temperature out here in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin is, what was it, about 64 degrees, did you say? Let's try that. There we go. Voila. Yeah, there we go. Eee. Does look pretty weird. Of course, it's already fluffy. So, like, see what the temperature is here in a minute. So, if I had all that hair underneath here, oh my gosh, it's like I have an afro. Literally, that's what I typically had in the 90s. And that was with the haircut similar to this, where it's shorter underneath. The only reason why I do that is so it's not such a big poof. Oh, and it holds in heat. Anyways. And no, I have never been into men, so don't ever think I will be. I would rather die single than be with a man ever. No joke either. I just, I would rather die single. Anyways, alright. To the point of this video, once it shows, I'm going to show the temperature 65. Oh, it was 64. That sucks. Sounds off by a degree. But anyways, the reason why I'm making this video is to explain to you people how I know. And it's funny, whether in church or outside of church, or if it bars, online, anywhere. I'll be like, "Are you a Christian?" Person will be like, "Yeah, I am." And then you start asking questions or anything, or watch them how they handle situations in life. It's like, no, you ain't no Christian. You don't worship Christ, people. I haven't found a single person ever on earth and I'll explain how I determine it. From within the physical, like we are, the whole entire world is, mentally, we're supposed to keep our eyes from within the physical while we're alive, mentally, on Christ and heaven that is in the spiritual. Which means is someone have to use your imagination to do that. So, and it also means by doing so, you're using God as an example of the biblical teachings he taught, the prophets taught, which Christ was using through the prophets to teach to man how to get through life. I haven't seen I watch people's actions. Your words don't mean squat in this country, people. Actions mean everything. So when you say you're a Christian and you say, no, and then I watch you play out with your actions, like how you interact, like with me or others that might be around you. I haven't ever seen either online, in person, or even on TV, whether it be news, any movie, show, music. I haven't seen nothing at all that anywhere on earth with those thoughts, and it does say so that you can focus on biblical teachings. Like let's say I was going to take this mouse and slam it in my head. Well, I wouldn't do it because Christ wouldn't do it. So scenarios of how you interact with the uh, interactions around you, which I've watched online people do, like with people that say, "Oh, I'll meet you," and they never show up, and I've given sometimes over $1,000 over a year's period of time, and they never show it up. It's like, skin off my back. It's just coin. But yeah, it's like I haven't read a single they say, but actions prove everything. So Another reason why I know no one is a Christian in this entire world. With like after a minute and a half in the video here, how I explained, you gotta mentally keep your thoughts on from within the physical while we're all alive, or you're alive or I'm alive type thing, on Christ, the spiritual. So you can use him with the biblical teachings of what you understand or not. Which, what is all this hype around me for? That means you're focused on not Christ. You're focused on you're atheist. That's all that this world's ever been filled with. And you wonder why the world is being ripped apart, turned upside down. Because you're all atheists. You think you're monkeys. No, there's actually a God. And I, I hate it when people, I've heard it all my life. There is no book on how to live life. There is no book on how to be raised. Or the Bible. It has examples of any scenario that might play out in similarity. It doesn't. It's not going to be word for word for. There's 6 billion people. Is he going to make 6 billion personal Bibles for each individual on Earth? Jamie, this is when this scenario comes up in roughly 5 years from now, as I'm reading through my personal Bible, found Bible or something. And then we got, let's say, someone over in Europe, like a Britain country or something. Let's say it's Joseph or some kind of Joseph person, whatever his last name. His personal book says in 2 years, he might get a pay raise. Personal Bibles? No, it's going to be scenarios that are going to be similar because life never, it just repeats. So yeah, me, if you wonder why it seems like a days off in conversations, because I'm sitting there going, oh, these people are not getting it. They're supposed to be, they're focused on other things than when it comes to their mental. It just makes me want to go, how are you people focused on other? But yeah, I've never come across 8 billion people on Earth right now. There has been, when I was alive at 5 or so, there was about 6 billion. And we should have been up to about, like 2020, up to about, I think it was 14 billion. They were saying midway through the 90s, they were saying by 2020 we should have 14 or 16 billion on Earth. So seeing that we're only at 8, if you take 8 to 14 or 15, that's another, what, 6 billion or so that should have been on Earth that aren't because they probably have been passed on by stupid people like Bush. They're always committing acts of treason and terrorism and mass murder. Blaming it on some, basically, if he's going from one cave hole to another, it sounds like a homeless dude that's got millions in the bank. That's basically what it sounds like. He's homeless, but yet he's got millions in the bank. It's like, wow, they are really not that bright. One other thing I want to mention, brilliant people never show how brilliant they really are. I'll get to the point quickly here. You people have hard time scoring just averagely over the IQ of 90 typically on average. Almost anywhere in the world, even in this country, on average. Average people typically have hard times even scoring over 90 on it. Einstein, you'd have to take his 140 for an IQ or 130. I don't know, it's 140 for genius, which they say he was at. No, you'd have to times that by at least 12 to 14 times. And he couldn't even find a way to find the God particle. I did. So you'd have to take that 14 times that he would be at, which is like close to 2,000 something when it comes to his IQ. You'd have to multiply that by tens of thousands just to get my IQ. No joke either. So, so let's see, that would be roughly, let's see, tens of thousands. We're looking at my IQ being, I'll take a low end, 80,000 for an IQ. And you people are having hard times getting past 90 when mine would, on a low, that's being really generous towards you people, but 80,000 easily for an IQ from, no joke, I ain't joking either. Go build a filter. I could have built that at 15. And funny part is, a singer just yesterday goes, we've been watching him since he was a teen. Then explain the truth. I've been right here in Chip County all my life. And I've never had a weapon all my life. Explain that. And the dude's like 27. So there's no way he was watching me when I was a teen, because I turned 18 in 99, September 3rd. So there's teen. I was an adult by the time 2000 came around. Oh my gosh. So there's no way. He would have been 3 or 4. It's like, I wish people would grow up. Oh, impossible. You think you're apes. Deep down, you people do. Because the scenario of the Bibles is still similar to scenarios these days. Because the life just repeats itself. Always has since the beginning of dawn. Christ making Adam out of a rib or sand, and then making Eve out of a rib from Adam. So have fun. Goodbye, and keep your mentals focused on. Yeah, right. It's funny, really funny. Goodbye, good vibes, and have a wonderful day or night. Never gonna happen. Focus on, yeah. Otherwise, if you guys keep focusing on like singers and actors, it just proves you're not what you say you are. Or even like, oh my gosh, he has to be this. Oh my gosh, she has. The scenarios are still set since the dawn of man. That's what Bible teaches, or teachings are for, so you can relate your scenarios to the biblical scenarios of what. That's too easy for them. Have fun when Christ comes back, because you people are not gonna like it. You're all going down below in hell. I'm not being. I say that out of love to get you people to go. I gotta straighten up. You people need to straighten up. In other words, you should go to church, focus on Christ. It's not gonna work. Nothing I do. Do the opposite, or maybe not. Who cares? Have fun.